It's that time of the week again. Yes, it's event review. But guess what, guys? Today we are going to be tweaking things a little bit. We're going to be shaking things up. This episode is not your regular episode. You know where I just come, sit down, and I'm talking about all the events that happen in Nigeria and around the world. Today we are going to be doing things differently. Now, before I let the cat out of the bag, yes, we're going to be talking to a very, very important, renowned, I don't know how many adjectives to use to qualify, but we're going to be talking to a very special person in the event world. Before we do that roll drums thing, oh my God, let me introduce to you Mr. Arulewala Oluwadare. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for gracing us as event review today.
Thank you for
How are
having
you
me.
feeling?
I'm fine. I'm good.
All right, now before we get into the show proper, let me just give you a tip of the iceberg. Let me read his profile. I know some of you are like, but let me just read his profile. When I'm done reading his profile, then I'm sure you guys are going to be like, oof, okay. And I have to say, okay, Mr. Arulewala Oluwadare is a professional MC. He's known as MC Dre. Did I get that right?
Yes, you're right.
Yes, MC Dre. And I saw that. I was like, okay, MC Dre is not. Where did you get that name from?
I got it from way back when I was in secondary school.
It's always the secondary school days.
Yes, you get. I love Dre. You know Dr. Dre?
I know
Yes.
Dr. Dre. I heard of
I
him.
you heard.
But we are not. We're not. I didn't think we're in that era. But I heard my auntie say something about.
Can you imagine that? Okay, yeah, I got that name from him because I
Yeah.
love rapping the songs and all that.
Ooh, that's nice.
So I got Dre from him.
Yeah. Well, what you don't know about Mr. Oluwadamilare is that he is an insurance personnel, event professional, and a renowned businessman. Now, let's put a pin on that. When I saw this, I was like, insurance, event, and business. You are wearing many hats, sir.
Really?
Hats off.
That
Yes.
should be because I have a big head.
Okay. I didn't say that. I did not say that. But it was like insurance and events. I mean, people that do events, you always just think it's just going to be media entertainment. But having you dive in insurance and also business, and I know the MC thing can also be a business. Everything's just, aligning, and that's really great. He's
Exactly.
also the CEO of Dreadhat Ventures. Yes, which comprises of Detroit Entertainment and Mercy Thrift Food Bank and Contribution.
Yes.
Now, let me shock you guys. This is where I was shocking. He has been in the insurance space for over 15 years and the event industry for over 21 years.
Exactly.
So you were into events first before you dived into insurance. Was it the event hosting that inspired you to do insurance?
I started with events
Oh, okay.
from the angle of MC
Yeah,
because
yeah.
while in school you need people to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, that was how I started the event, and after school I started with insurance.
That's nice. Yes, he is also, now this is where it gets really good. Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. He's also the executive president of Parman. Now, if you don't know what Parman is, I'm going to break it down to you because it's like Parman. Parman is Party Managers Association of Nigeria. And when I read that, I was like, ooh, okay, Party Managers Association of Nigeria. I know we've not gotten into the questions deep. I'm reading the profile, we are talking about it. I'm reading your profile, we're talking about it. But that means from Parman, it shows that you are one of the persons that organize events, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, so you have experience in how putting events together, corporate events, any kind of event. Any kind of event. So I think you have a knack for detail if you are doing this, you have a knack for detail.
Yeah.
People say that these events managers have an eye for detail. Well, that's not all. What we have not told you is that Mr. Oluwadamilare is happily married with 3 children. Should we call that the icing on the cake?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, that's very important. He's happily married with 3 children. Ladies and gentlemen, my very distinguished, esteemed audience of Event Review, can we welcome officially to the show MC Dre.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir. So quickly, without wasting so much time, this is Event Review. So definitely we're going to be talking about things happening in the event space, the role you play, and all that you do. And we're going to be shedding more light on how events happen, because some persons just think that um once you just think of an event, poof, everything just falls into place. But if you look at an event properly, you know that it takes a lot of work to actually
Exactly.
put something like that together. And also, when it now comes to the being a master of ceremony, like an MC, I follow most of them on Instagram, and I can see sometimes, imagine your audience is just like looking at you and saying, please just leave us alone. Just leave us. Just leave us alone. I know some people can be like, and you can be talking and you're like, please just leave us alone. So it's actually a very, very dynamic space to be in. And with your years of experience, I'm sure you know all the nooks, hook, cranny, everything. If they don't want to laugh, you just do something that you guys must flow with me in this event.
Yeah, let me come in from there. As an MC, you must the first thing you're supposed to do is you get to the venue on time.
Yes.
You get to know your audience and how you know the level at which they are. Maybe they are young, old, middle age. Then from there you'll be able to know how to handle them,
Mm,
how to take charge of the event. If not, you will lose your audience,
mm,
and they'll feel bored and all that. So
mm.
you get so.
Yes. All right. So my first question is going to be like this:
Mm.
have you ever had any challenge in this with event professionals in Nigeria? What has been your challenges like in
Mm,
the years of your profession?
thank you very much, Naomi. Right?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I'll start with the life before COVID. We had lesser challenge,
Mm.
but when things come to reality after COVID, we started having issues about um, people not wanting to be among other people because of they don't know the issue of COVID and things like that. So we are still recovering. Let me say that because one way or the other, the health people must be there to make sure that things are going on fine. And another issue that we are having, which is a challenge, is the availability of space.
Mm.
Most times in the event world, before you could, if you have a client that wants to do one or two things and you start searching for availability of venue, you realize that a lot of people have event that day, bookings and all that. And the third thing I would like to talk about is, I think, budget constraints. Okay, professionally, there are levels that there are things that we need to do as event managers, and people want you to bring out the quality in everything you do. But the truth about it is that they'll be telling you their budget is not up to that. They still want you to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we need to, as managers, we manage that
Mm.
space very well. And
Yeah.
I think, to mention a few.
Yeah, that's very, very excellent. That's really excellent. Now beyond these challenges, where do you see new opportunities emerging in the event industry, especially with trends like tech-driven events, destination weddings, or hybrid events? Because events are becoming a different thing.
Yeah.
Before it used to be a place where 50 people will gather, but now people are having hybrid events, tech-driven events. So what do you see there?
Yes. As an MC, I've anchored a lot of hybrid events where for instance, a wedding,
Yeah.
the couple will not be around, they'll be abroad, and the family will be here.
Mm,
Okay, there was one I anchored from the studio.
mm,
Okay, I went there with my guys, the
mm.
DJ and the live band were in the studio like this, and the audience were just in the air, and we just have to deliver, and we did that. So all this came up after COVID,
Mm,
and as party managers, we are making sure that we are getting to that level where we combine technology with what we are doing.
mm.
So
Yes, very important. The COVID actually opened our eyes to a lot.
so many
A lot
things.
changed after the
Exactly.
COVID. So thank you sir for that answer. So the next thing I want to also talk about is you are an MC. So,
Okay.
but after spending like 2 decades as a master of ceremonies, now leading Taman, how has your journey shaped your vision for the future of event management in Nigeria?
Okay. Let me say a little about Paman.
Mm,
Okay. Paman, like you said, Paman is the Party Managers Association of
Nigeria.
Nigeria. The thing is, Paman has opened my eyes. I'm like 2 years in Paman, and within the years, I've been able to meet a lot of wonderful people. In likes of the creator of Paman, which is Audible's
Mm,
event, a very wonderful person, and people like Grand Park, you know, also in the security area, been able to meet someone like P Inspired and the rest of them. One thing is for you to have a vision as an event person, and another thing is to meet people that have broader knowledge.
yeah.
Do you get? So within those two years, I've been able to see people with like minds,
Mm,
working towards the same goal. And as PAMA, that's what we are working towards.
mm. That's very, very, very good, really. Um, the I feel like it's a beautiful thing to see that there's even an association for something like
Yes.
this, because
Yes.
when you talk about, when you see most associations, you just think that it's always deep things they form associations. When I mean deep, I mean it in context. When you are talking to some particular persons, they'll be like, we have the lawyers association, we have the doctors association, but events are the life of the part. Like, it's literally one of the lifelines that the society thrives by. I do not think that there will be a society if people don't network at events, if people don't meet
Yes.
people, if people don't talk
Yes.
to people, if people don't even just come and even recharge and just stay away from the whole Lagos traffic. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
So yes.
And Naomi, one thing about Paman is, one unique thing about Paman is, like you said, we have association of people that have the same, maybe the same, like we have, I might not remember their acronyms now, but we have the Food Vendors Association, we have Photographers
Mm,
Association, we have MCs Association. But when it comes to Paman, Paman is combination of everybody, all vendors, all party managers. We come
mm.
together to reason. So that's the one unique thing about Paman.
Now let's just take a step from that question now.
Okay.
With now that Paman is here to stay, do you think that Paman is crucial for the sustainability of the event industry?
Yes, it is. Why? Because um, we okay. For instance, now our acronyms is EPIC.
Mm,
We portray excellence in everything we do, professionalism, okay, and we talk about collaboration and things like that, okay. The reason is if we professionals are able to imbibe this in everything we do, it will definitely shape the world of events,
mm,
both in Nigeria and around the world.
yeah, that's really really good. Now I know beyond the glamour of the event space. When people think events, like, I mean, when we watch, I mean, we're all on social media. We saw Chivido
Yes.
2025. We're all on see parties, events, things like that. And even though we're not there, most of us were online attendees, so I can say that I was part of that event.
Online attendees, I like
I
that.
mean, I mean, yes, events can be glamorous, but it's a serious business beyond the whole glamour. So, what advice would you give an upcoming event professional about making their craft profitable and sustainable?
Yes. The only thing I would like to say concerning that is make sure you are professional in everything you are doing, and bring yourself to the world.
Mm,
Okay, nobody will advertise your products like yourself.
yes, that's true.
Okay, so anything you are doing, make sure you are packaging yourself well. You are doing it to make sure you have quality in all you do,
Mm,
and that is what people will definitely look for. Like I always tell people, a lot of people will be asking or they'll be saying that there's no money, there's no money, there's no money. What I
Well,
always tell them is that, do you have a service or product you are bringing to people?
mm,
When you bring this thing to the table, people will surely look for you.
yes.
So the same thing applies to events.
Mm,
When they call you once and you deliver beyond their expectation, the next time you give them your price,
mm,
they will be able to and also wanting to have you.
mm.
So by that you remain profitable in the
Yeah. Yeah.
industry.
So if I got one thing from what you said, it's like you should be unique. There
Yes.
should be this touch of you in that. I mean, so that when even you are around, people say, if you host something or you put something together and somebody walks into the room, they can say, ah, this is this person's touch, even though you are not in the room at that
Exactly.
moment. Like there's something that distinguishes you. So let's
Yes.
just look at it now. Let's take another question. You as an MC now, master of ceremonies, and these are the people that are the ones with the mic. These are the ones that have the full. I listened to one MC. I follow her on Instagram, and she went to one event, and she said, "Yes, I'm in charge now, so I'm the one telling you people what to do. I'm the one telling you what to do. Maybe people better." And I was like, "Okay, now let's take a step to that as an MC, and hosting an event and all that it takes. How do you see? Do you think because some people say as long as I can talk, I can host an event.
Mm-mm.
What do
Not
you
like
think is the bedrock of hosting an event?
that. There are so many things as bedrock, but number one thing, like I said, is make sure you have control over your events. Be audible. Like most people that will be saying that I'm, how do they call it? Um, I don't talk.
I'm
See, if
reserved.
I'm reserved as an MC, when it comes to
Your
anchoring,
event.
you are not reserved.
You're not reserved.
You are for everybody.
Mm.
You get. And once you hold the mic, you need to take charge.
Mm.
Because the truth is, I've come to anchor some events that they don't really have coordinator, they don't have event planner.
Mm.
You will see the family members, like three of the family members, telling you what to do. Do you get? So first off, when they get in touch with you,
Mm.
you should be the one to, number one, give them the kind of program you do. Let
Mm.
them see your agenda. Let them see how you
Yeah.
have the program laid out. So
Mm.
they can add or minus. That
Mm.
is good. But once they start bringing to
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
what everybody wants,
Yes.
they might not be able to
Yes.
take
I,
charge of
I
the
get
event.
that. You should have your own laid
Yes,
down
have your own
standard.
unique way of doing
Yeah.
things.
So even if they want to add, they are adding to what you have, not
Yes,
changing
not changing it
or trying
totally
to.
and scattering your head.
Yes, I actually really get that. I really, really get that. Now let's move on. We're almost
Okay.
wrapping this up, but we have a few questions to go. Now the permanent event is around the corner.
Okay.
So what should the industry and the public expect?
Hmm. What should they expect? Okay, like last year event that we had, I always like to flashback to what we so much have this collaboration, and we had a lot of top-notch people that came to give us um, talks on last year, and that is what we are running with this year. Okay, in addition, we are looking at people should, most especially people in the event industry, they should reignite to know how to stay inspired despite what the economy is talking about. Okay, be inspired. You try to stay relevant in the industry, and at the same time, you'll be profitable.
Mm,
Stay relevant is just like you said, make sure every event you have, you put something in the mind of your audience. Okay, so that whenever they remember you, they'll be like, okay, this is the person I want.
mm.
So I know the public should be expecting more of that.
That's beautiful, really. Now before we go to our last question, I'm going to ask this question because it just popped up in my head. So
Hmm.
why not?
Okay, go ahead.
How do you balance insurance and this event planning? Because I just remember that I read insurance. I said there's insurance here now.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, it's just so funny the way I started. Okay, so many people will be like, maybe the insurance industry, they'll be like, you can't combine things together. Some people will be like, there's no way you can combine this, focus on this. And I say,
Mm.
please, there are so many people that God has given the energy to be able to
Yeah.
multitask. Okay. And one thing about the way I balance it is, as an insurance person, I deal with people, human
Yeah.
beings.
Alright.
As an event person, I
You
deal
deal with
with human
people.
beings.
Yes.
So most of my clients are interwoven.
Mm.
What I mean is that once I anchor your event and all that, then
Mm.
there's need for insurance, and you'll be like, MC Dre, please help me
Mm.
to do this. So that is how I balance it together.
Mm.
Sure, you get. So
Yeah.
I hope I've been able to.
Yes. Yes. So let's take this one now.
Okay.
As a leader in this space, event, management and planning and all of that, what is your vision for the next 5 to 10 years in this industry?
Wow, that's a very big question. 5 years is just here.
Mm-hmm.
10 years is just here. Well, one thing is I want to inspire a lot of people, a lot of upcoming guys, and I want to be able to impact my knowledge into them. Okay, so
Mm. That's that's beautiful. That's wholesome. I mean, it's always about the impact at the end of the day.
yes,
Like somebody would say, you don't live just for you. If
live
you
for
have, yes,
others,
if you're not able to replicate
yourself
yourself
into
in many
others.
other people, so yes, it's always about the impact at the end of the day,
Exactly,
beyond the name, beyond the plus
exactly.
and everything. Oof. I really don't want to come to the end of this show yet. So I'm trying to
But
check
we
my
have to
head
go
files.
to
Like,
the
okay,
end.
do I have one more question? Do I have one more question? Do I
Such
not
a
have one?
calabash.
Do I have one question? Like, seriously, I really do not want this show to end yet, because it's a different one for event review. It's a different one for the audience. And I know somebody's out there that wants to be an MC, a professional
Yeah,
compare, or event planning, event management. And there's a lot to this event thing. It's not
there's a
just
lot to it.
packing chairs and table
No,
inside one hall and putting, so I say everybody sit down, it's time for the event. It's actually a lot of work if you look at it in retrospect. But we've had a good time today.
thank
I
you so
mean,
much,
I'm enlightened.
Naomi.
Yes, I'm really, really enlightened. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for gracing us an event review.
You're
We've learned
welcome.
so much. And let's not forget, he's the executive director of Paman, right? Yes,
Yes.
she's the executive director of Paman. I really don't want to just jump and mention his name so that I don't murder it again. So I don't murder it again. But I will just call him Mr. Damilari. So I
Or
don't
you
murder the
simply
first,
MC Dre.
or because I don't want to murder the first name so that they don't come for me. Yes. Thank you for gracing
Thank you for
the
having
show,
me.
MC J. It was a really, really lovely conversation. Yes, yes, yes. And we have come to the end of today's show on event review. Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you're somebody that wants to go into event planning, or you want to be an MC, a professional compare event host, do tell me what you think of this episode in the comments, in the chat box. I'll be looking forward to reading from you, hearing from you, or replying all you have to say. I am the Naomi Ure, but before we get out of here, do follow us on all social media platforms at TLIG Africa. You can also partner with us by letting us review your event. Yes, I can sit down here and talk about your event. We can come to your event, cover it, do all you need to do. Like, don't worry. You see that detail we talked about? Let us be the detail for your event. And finally, brand owners are not left behind, as we give advertising opportunities for brands to promote their product and their service. So you have a product, small business owner, big business owner, online business owner, just bring it here on TLIG Africa and we'll do that for you. Now, from me to you and from MC Dre,
Yes.
it's a goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. We'll be seeing you very soon.
Bye.